We're here today to talk about the FOME-COR product offering and the new FOME-COR product offering. And as if 2020 wasn't already interesting enough, why not throw in the acquisition of a new product line into your mix? So we'll get started through this. Just some housekeeping things, mute yourselves, and then we do have a chat function. So if you have any questions that come up during the talk today, feel free to throw them in there. We'll get to as many questions at the end as we can. My name is Doug Twitchell. I'm the Director of Distributor Relations here at 3A. And the man behind the scenes, always for us on these, is Michael Lawrence. He's our Director of Learning and Development at 3A. So we're excited today to present to you the results of the merger of the EnCore family of products and the FOME-COR family of products. And there's a lot of people that have invested countless hours to bring these two businesses together. And it's more than just bringing the businesses together. In an acquisition like this, it's the merging of the product lines. We have to rationalize the product offering. We have to remove duplications. And one of the key functions through all of this has been to maintain the best of both product offerings and to make improvements through shared technologies. Now, these two companies have been competitors for many years, and it's been fun to watch the exchange of knowledge and the expertise that we've been able to gain from each other. And while we were competitors in some markets, there's other markets where we really didn't overlap much at all. And through this transition, we've seen cooperation between plant managers, between plant engineers, technical staff, as they've analyzed processes. And the results have been that they have created the most complete and highest performing foam board product available. So we thought it would be interesting to kind of go back and see how these companies, the different roads that these companies have taken to get to where we are today. It's not the first time you'll see that these two companies have crossed paths. For Hunt Manufacturing, you have to go back to 1897 when the company was founded. Their core business was to manufacture and distribute office products and products for the arts and crafts world. The brand of the paper that they sold into that arts and crafts business was called Beanfang. And many years later, Hunt would add a foam board offering to their product mix. And they bought that foam board from Monsanto, who was the producer of FOME-COR at the time. Well, they were so successful selling the FOME-COR material that in 1986, Hunt decided to invest $5 million and produce their own foam board in Statesville, North Carolina. And following true with the product offering into the arts and crafts industry, the foam board took on the name Beanfang. So in that transition, Monsanto lost their largest FOME-COR customer. In 2002, Hunt was sold to Berwyn Corporation. They brought in brand names like X-Acto and Boston and Crazy Glue. And as they got into the retail side of things, the Elmer's products became prominent. And Elmer's glue is something we all know. So then they were very, very strong in the retail market under the Elmer's brand name. In 2010, the arts and crafts paper division was sold, and with that went the Beanfang name. So that required a new name for the EnCore product, or for the foam board product, and EnCore was the name that was selected at that time. Then in 2015, Newell Brands bought the business, and then in October of this year, 3A Composites completed the acquisition of the EnCore product line. So a little history on the FOME-COR side of the business. Monsanto was the first manufacturer of a foam board. They started making foam board in 1957. The manufacturing plant was in Anaheim, California, was successful enough that they found the need that they needed another plant, so they built one in Cincinnati, Ohio. In 1991, Monsanto figured that they wanted to get out of that FOME-COR business, so they were going to sell it. The belief was that they needed to combine the Anaheim and Cincinnati operations in order to make it attractive to a buyer. So they built a manufacturing plant in Glasgow, Kentucky, where it is today. They combined the operations there, sold the business in 1993 to International Paper. International Paper sold the business to some private equity firms throughout. And then in 2003, Alcan Composites purchased the FOME-COR and Gator Foam business in 2003. So Alcan added the Gator Foam and the FOME-COR business to their already graphics products of Sintra, Debond, Alucobond, and at that time they were producing the FOME-X material in their plant in Richmond, Indiana, that they had purchased from Primex Corporation in 1997. So this was a recovery board that they were producing up in Richmond. Then Alu-Swiss was the actual purchaser of the FOME-X division. Alu-Swiss was then purchased by Alcan, who was purchased by Rio Tinto, who sold the business to Schweider Technologies, where we have been happy ever since 2009. So some interesting roads for the companies to have traveled to get to where we are today, where we are together. So this is kind of, I want to talk a little bit about the merging of the product lines and how we got to where we are. There's two different types of foam that you want to keep in mind as you're looking at foam boards. Two different types of foam. There is a pillow core material. A pillow core material is a foam that is specifically formulated to stay crushed when the board is compressed. So while it has universal applications, its real claim to fame early on especially was in the die cutting industry. So when you die cut parts, you can insert rubber inside of those dies and you can crush that foam. And what that does with the FOME-COR product is it gave you a product that would have a nice, complete, finished edge to it. So oftentimes, that edge being closed is desirable, like you can see in this Dr. Pepper or in the bat from the Batman there. That closed edge is desirable, gives it a nice finished look. And in addition to that, you can emboss the material too. So if you put the rubber inside of that die, you can give relief to a part, which will add interest and intrigue to any display and make it more eye-catching. FOME-COR product has been known for many, many years as the premier pillowing product in the market. The other type of foam that's available is memory foam, or it's sometimes called recovery foam. And then unlike a pillowing material, the foam in a memory foam, when it's crushed or compressed, it will recover to its original state or close to. When it's crushed or compressed, you can see that it will open back up where the pillowing material will stay closed. The EnCore product was well known as a high-performing memory board in the marketplace, as was the FOME-X material. For the memory foam is resilient. It minimizes the impact of dents and impressions in the board. No memory foam is going to recover 100%, but when it's crushed, both FOME-COR and the EnCore material were very, very high-performing products. So as we look at the new lineup and what's coming in the FOME-COR brand, FOME-COR will continue to be the premier brand name in the industry with its unmatched pillowing characteristics. This is a clay-coated product, excellent for a variety of applications. The clay coating on the board makes it terrific for direct printing. As the ink stay up on the surface of the material, it gives you a beautiful print. It's also available with black paper facers, craft black paper facers, and you can get either a white or a black center on that material. FOME-COR has been the standard in the industry for many, many years. New to this product, this is a coming together of the products, which is the FOME-COR with EnCore technology. Now, the EnCore technology means that it's a memory foam. So using the collective expertise of the two companies, we've been able to refine the features of the foam board, to combine the improved and recovery characteristics and the cuttability of this material. This is a true testament to the cooperation of these two teams to have made this improvement to this product line. Both FOME-COR and FOME-COR technology are available in a wide variety of sizes, and we can produce custom sizes on very short notice. FOME-COR Canvas. FOME-COR Canvas is an embossed paper, and it's made to look like canvas. So this is a product that you can print directly to. It's also clay coated, and it will keep the inks up on the surface, and it can give you the effect of replicating a nice piece of artwork as it looks like a canvas board that you printed on. And then FOME-COR Single Step. FOME-COR Single Step, this is a combination also of the products. The Single Step name came from the EnCore product offering. Single Step comes with an adhesive already applied to the board. It's ready to mount artwork, posters, pictures, any documents to. The adhesive is dry to the touch, and it requires heat to soften or activate that adhesive. The guidelines established for both FOME-COR heat activated and the EnCore Single Step material were identical on how to process the material. However, we've seen that there are a variety of ways that people process this board. And if you have any experience or difficulty in processing the material, we encourage you to contact us. A simple temperature adjustment, usually within just a few degrees, is all that's needed to successfully mount the board. And at the end of our presentation today, we'll show you where you find your 3A composites representative if you have any questions. FOME-COR Quick Step. Quick Step is a pressure-sensitive adhesive. It's applied to the board. It's got a release liner. There's two versions of this. The first is a low-tack adhesive, and so you can reposition something. If you set it down on that board, you can reposition it a little bit and then set it back down after you've repositioned it. The other is a high-tack adhesive, and this is far more aggressive. The print, when applied to the leading edge of the board, like you see in this video, and run through a lamination roll, you peel back that release liner, and you've got a nice finished board with very little work involved in putting something like that together. So here you can see he's going to remove the release liner and then run it through the rollers, and it'll adhere that print very nicely to the board, finished product as it comes out. The next product we'll talk about is the jet mount material. Now, FOME-COR jet mount is a rigid board. It's got a higher performance than your standard FOME-COR material. It fills the gap in between FOME-COR and Gator foam. Part of this is because it's a 1/4 inch thick, so that increased thickness over a standard 3/16 FOME-COR is going to help with the rigidity of the material. But also it's a much denser foam that we put in the jet mount material. So the dense foam, the 1/4 inch thickness, all lead to a product that has increased rigidity when you need that for a project. The jet mount will perform similar to the MightyCore material that was part of the EnCore product line, if you're familiar with that product. FOME-COR Foundation. The engineering and the sales team got together to create a specialty product for the framing industry. So the FOME-COR brand was not heavily promoted into the picture framing industry, and with the addition of the EnCore products and the customers that were serviced, we saw the opportunity to create a product that was designed to meet the needs of the picture framing market. And we'll continue to offer the clay-coated products into that market, especially when there's going to be printing directly to the board. But for a lot of the applications that go into that framing market, The FOME-COR foundation was specifically designed for that market. Available in 1/8 inch, 3/16 and half. The paper in the foundation material is an uncoated paper, but it also is acid-free. So the acid-free paper will allow you a nice surface to mount to. It's smooth, it's white. Documents can be mounted to this board, and you don't have to worry about anything turning yellow or damaging a print or any document because of acid that would naturally be found in a lot of the papers. So that would be a new product that goes specifically into that framing market. Now I'll turn it over to Michael, who will kind of show you how to navigate the website.
Greetings, everyone. We'll just kind of keep your screen going here. Hopefully it hasn't moved too much here. I think I have foundation still up. Perfect. There we go. Just really quickly, some of the things, I know we cover the website quite a bit, but what we like to cover with you is just the fact that everything that we've talked about and a lot more features are available on the website concerning the product, concerning the new product offering through the FOME-COR Collection. And just really quickly, as we're looking at FOME-COR Foundation, I just wanted to point out a few things. Once you're on 3acompositesusa.com and click on graphic display to get to our products. FOME-COR is the first option under there. And on these pages, the three things I really want to point out very quickly are, number one, your product details are always going to be listed just under whichever product you're looking at. So here being on foundation, these product details are specific to FOME-COR Foundation. The second thing I'd like you to see is as you're on one page, you can see the rest of the FOME-COR Collection on the sidebar to the right of all the other items in the collection as well. And probably most, first and foremost, or most of all, if you forget everything else that we've talked about here today, when you're on the website and you're looking at the individual items or products that are in a collection, if you go to downloads, from here you can get a product brochure, our product guide, and as you scroll down, there's an application quick guide, fabrication quick guide, and fabrication guide. And we have these type of items for each product, not just FOME-COR, not just the FOME-COR Collection, but for every product that we have. And we just want to make sure that you know that you can avail yourself to that. You can print it straight from your computer, or you can also download it to your phone and email it directly to someone from your phone as well. So please make yourself, avail yourself to these things, and just wanted to make sure that you knew that they are available and at your disposal from the website. The website is mobile enabled, so everything that you're seeing here is also available when you go to 3acompositesusa.com on your phone. One other thing we'd like to show you here as well is when you have questions or need further information, you can find your 3A distributor or representative right here on the website as well. So again, clicking on graphic display and going down to find your, looking at the 3A representative, it's of course a map of the United States, which is color coded. And if you click on your state, you will get further information about your sales representative. So us being in North Carolina, if I were to click here, we'd see that it's Marcia Lynch, and her phone number and email are available there. So again, for further questions or more information, please make sure you reach out to your sales representative, and they'll be more than happy to assist you with answering any questions that you may have or pointing you in the right directions for samples or answering any other needs per product that you may have as well. So that being said, that's all that we have for today. We are going to open for questions here. We intentionally finished a little early so that we can answer any questions that you may have. So if you're using your chat function, I would like to take an opportunity now to look and see what's there, and we'll see what we can answer for you as well. So looking here, I have one question. Fomex recovery will now be FOME-COR with EnCore technology, correct? Doug, you're still muted. Let me unmute you here. There you go. Did it unmute? Oh. Pardon me 1 second. Try from your end real quick. The answer to the question is yes, but I wanted to see if Duck wanted to add any color to that. So
yes, that is correct. Yeah. So the FOME-COR was the original brand from 3A Composites, and then the FOME-COR with EnCore technology will be the new FOME-COR, and it will also be, you know, specific to a recovery product.
Awesome. And one other question, does FOME-COR foundation come in 1/8 inch in all colors? That's a great question. So we're going to use our resources on this one. So going back to FOME-COR and then looking at FOME-COR foundation, it's a great opportunity to look here under availability, and it'll tell you what comes where. So our cream colored come in 1/8, and with the new information coming out as far as the other paper facers, we just have to find that out for you so we can get
Yeah,
that.
the 3/16 will also be a bright white. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. And we have one other question here. Is the EnCore brand name going away?
The EnCore brand name is only staying with that recovery board. So it will be FOME-COR with EnCore technology.
Excellent. Got a few more minutes. Any other questions? Thank you to those that have asked questions at this point. And we do have one other question here. It's like, are all these products able to be printed on?
Yeah, you could certainly print on all of the products. If you're printing on the foundation without a clay coating on it, you're going to find that the ink is going to absorb down into that. So you're not going to get a very vibrant print with the foundation material. It's mostly a board that's made to have something mounted to it. But all of the other products that are clay coated in particular, FOME-COR that's black is not clay coated. It's a craft paper, so that would be also very difficult to print to, but most people are not going to print to a black surface anyway. So you would typically buy the FOME-COR with the white surface, and if you wanted a black board, you'd buy the black foam and the black backing on it.
Excellent. Now we're getting a string over here. I think the computer's caught up here. Let's see. There was a question about lead times. Let's see. Are lead times affected for run to size with the integration?
No. If you traditionally had purchased the FOME-COR material, the lead times out of the plant in Glasgow will remain the same. You know, depending upon what it is, the 3/16 white is running on a very consistent, frequent basis, so we can turn that material around very quickly.
Let's see. Okay, and then let's see, what do we have at 224? One question also is heat activated technology going away?
Not that we have seen in the marketplace. Actually, when the companies came together, we realized how much EnCore was selling into the heat activated market. So no, it seems to be a very substantial portion of the market.
Yeah. All right, let's see. FOME-COR canvas, which is the go forward product, the 3A product or the former EnCore product? The canvas surface was quite different between the two.
The canvas material,
Mm-hmm.
it will be the 3A look of material. There was a slight difference between the two. The 3A product had more definition to it, a little bit more of a random pattern to it. And so the decision was made to go with the 3A composites formulation going forward for the canvas look.
Awesome. Well, these are all excellent questions, and there are some here that I will take note of and get back to a few of you, especially considering the heat activated question a little more concisely, and make sure that you get one of our representatives that can speak to you a little more in depth about that. So thank you to everyone that asked questions. I know this is a big change and something that's new for our industry, so we're happy to continue to answer questions. We do also have a frequently asked questions page that we've put together that answers some of these questions in a little bit more detail, but we definitely encourage you to reach out to your sales representatives so that they can begin to formulate those relationships and answer those questions for you in a more expeditious manner that I can do, or that we can do from here. So again, thank you so much for coming on today, for being a part of this session. I know it was just kind of an overview, and there's probably a lot more questions regarding how we're moving forward. So please, by all means, let us know how we can assist you with understanding the product line and assist you with your projects going forward. So other than that, we hope you have a fantastic day. And thanks again for joining us this month. We'll see you again next month to close out the year.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.